Hi. Last video I told you about two words, contraction and expansion. This time I have two new words to tell you about which are also relevant in relation to making pictures in the art as therapy way. The two words are control and coincidence. Control, we all know, it's a good thing in our life and we are super trained in having control over as much as possible, not just our economy, our house, our job, our health, as much as possible, but certainly also control over ourselves and our own behavior. We are social individuals. We need to behave more or less reasonable in order to get accepted in the world. And what is worse than not getting accepted in the world? So we are good with control. In pictures, there is another situation because control has a backside. Control cannot be used if you want to explore something you don't know about. Then control is actually really a problem. So in pictures, it's a good strategy to deal with the coincidence. And today we will make a small exercise or task which will, in a way, show what can come out of the coincidence in the picture. So here is what you do. You take a paper. A4 will do fine. It can also be bigger or smaller. Then you take a pencil. It can be a normal pencil or color pencil as you wish. Random lines on the paper. You just work in the speed you want. It can be very quick and strong, or it can be slow, or it can be as you wish. The thing is, you depending on how much you manage to do, 10 or 20 seconds is probably enough. Just be sure that it's really random what you do. The second step is take a look at what you did. Turn it around, see it from different sides, and look for creatures, figures, animals, persons, fantasy figures, monsters, whatever, trees maybe. And see if you can find some figures in your random lines. Then you emphasize them with a pencil or with a color. You emphasize them that they stand out and get clear. You can also change a little to improve the figures. The basic thing is they take their starting point in the pile of random lines. Another possibility is you can take a scissor or a knife and you cut out your figures, you glue them in another paper, and you invent the new surroundings for them. It can be a landscape or a cityscape or whatever comes to your mind. Just use your fantasy and create a picture around these figures. Another possibility is you can make a small story about them. You, so to say, leave the picture. You give the figures names and you write a small story about them. All this might seem very kind of childish for you. Not for everybody, but for some who are not used to such work. But know that you are in contact with your own inside. And this can seem childish. But the thing is that you have been working with the language of your psyche. The language of the psyche is the image, is the picture, is the pictures, are the symbols or the metaphors that stands out and that you experience in your dreams, for example. So it's an easy way to start to talk with your own psyche because when you use the picture, you use actually the language of the psyche. Notice what happened. You make a random lot of lines, you look at them, your natural skill of imagination starts to see figures into this. And where do they come from, these figures? Yeah, these figures are yours. They, one way or the other, they come from you. So there are many ways to get nearer to that, but sometimes you can actually come upon a figure which represents an aspect of you which you suddenly understand it's an important aspect that is knocking on your door. So, what was the purpose of all this? It doesn't need any other purpose than the fun of it, the playfulness. The playfulness is usually also purposeful. Just ask the children. They learn and they explore when they are playful. Did you, by the way, notice what happened when you were searching for figures? You were not consuming a picture. You were adding something to a picture. You were open. You were alert. You were wide awake. You were a creator. If you didn't notice, then try it again. You can literally feel which way the stream goes. When you consume a picture, you take it in, you inhale it. When you are creating something, you can simply feel the stream goes the other way from you to the picture. It's a very important state of mind. So have fun with creating, and thanks for watching. Feel free to comment and to contact me.